This series has got an eye for detail. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 best The Good Place hidden jokes and Easter eggs. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at some of the coolest blink and you'll miss it jokes, and subtle but amazing set and prop details from the first 3 seasons of this NBC series. There are spoilers ahead, so if you haven't watched this fantastic series yet, check it out and come back to see what you missed. Number 10. The Post-its. When trying to make a workspace in a show look real, it's the little details that count. A jumble of paper clips here, a stapler there, and of course, plenty of Post-it notes. Of course, for the average workplace comedy, any visible Post-it notes likely have generic reminders like meeting at 12:45 or report due tomorrow. Not on The Good Place, though. In this show, seemingly every opportunity for humor is embraced, and so the Post-its are hilariously specific. Janet and Michael have set up a command center from which to watch over the gang. In addition to various tallies, other notes include such funny observations as Tahani primping again, and Jason is very cute. Number 9. Pirates of the Caribbean jab. It would seem that someone in the writer's room, or set design, isn't the biggest fan of the long-running Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. And to be fair, the series has been an exercise in diminishing returns, especially the last 2 films.
This may seem a peculiar request, but could someone explain to me as to why I'm here?
Taking a potshot at the seemingly interminable film franchise, this season 2 episode suggests that future installments belong in the bad place. And the suggestion seems to be that another Pirates film would be fitting torture for the poor souls who've been sent there. It's a blink and you'll miss it advertisement that reads, Pirates of the Caribbean 6, The Haunted Crow's Nest, or something. Who gives a crap? Now playing everywhere, forever. Number 8. Pobody's Nerfect.
What can you possibly say to us that'll make up for your actions? Pobody's Nerfect?
The attention to detail in The Good Place, both in terms of the set design and the careful plotting, makes it a standout among its contemporaries. And it's safe to say that we have creator Michael Schur and his impressive resume to thank for that. Before The Good Place, he wrote for SNL, and later co-created both Parks and Recreation and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Between the two, however, he also wrote for The Office. In season 1, Eleanor says Pobody's Nerfect, a phrase that might ring a bell. It was said by none other than Pam in the season 8 episode of The Office, Doomsday.
Oh well. Pobody's Nerfect, right?
Did you just have a stroke, Pam? It's nobody's perfect.
Number 7. Funny advertisements. We've said it before and we'll say it again. The Good Place never misses an opportunity to throw in a subtle visual gag for eagle-eyed viewers. If there's a surface that needs content, it's gonna be memorable. When we revisit the day that Eleanor died, 2 different trucks appear. Uh-oh. The first is in the background, and it just so happens to feature an advertisement for Tahani's sister Camilla. Underneath her name, there's the word perfect. It's a nice little nod to the friendship Eleanor will have with the star's sister in the afterlife. The truck that would have killed Eleanor, however, featured an ad for male enhancement pills called Engorgulate. What a way to go. Number 6. A Swanson Safe. First off, can we all just take a moment to bask in the glory of Jason's logic in thinking he could survive in an airtight safe by using a snorkel? Priceless. Now, let's get to the more subtle level of fun offered up by this scene. As previously mentioned, creator Michael Schur also had a hand in Parks and Recreation, and he sprinkled nods to this series throughout The Good Place. At Donkey Doug's, the walls are adorned with street signs that remind us of Pawnee's pit problem. Jean Ralphio's name appears on a magazine ad for champagne. But the real standout Easter egg is the safe that claims Jason's life.
Gee, they're onto us, man.
His hat's a golf ball and he's got a terrible mustache.
We need to get married now.
It's branded with Swanson Safe Company, seemingly named after Pawnee's own Ron Swanson. Number 5. Larry Hemsworth Magazine Covers. When The Good Place took the action to Australia in season 3, they really had fun with it. In episode 3, there's a blink and you'll miss it magazine cover talking about the 4th Hemsworth brother, Larry, who is depicted as the family's embarrassing underachieving outcast. It's a good gag in its own right, but also serves as foreshadowing for Larry's role in the series as Tahani's new flame in the next episode. For the record, Larry is a rich surgeon and very good looking, making the whole black sheep angle all the funnier.
I'm sure you're busy, probably don't want to talk to me. I get it, I wouldn't either, I'm as dull as a rock. Ugh, even that analogy was boring. I'm sorry, I'm so dull and I'm ugly, I'm like a rock. Ugh!
Sadly, Tahari doesn't last, and so Larry again weathers the mockery of tabloids in a magazine cover in episode 6.
Poor Larry. But if you love someone, set them free.
Number 4, an intentionally uncomfortable home.
Every person gets to live in a home that perfectly matches his or her true essence.
Cool. So, I guess that's why my house, for example, is this adorable little cottage, whereas other people might have homes that are bigger. Like that one.
From the very first episode of The Good Place, there's something not quite right about this seemingly idyllic afterlife.
As you can see, the interior has been decorated just as you like it, in the Icelandic primitive style. And of course, you love clowns, so.
Eleanor chalks this up to the fact that she isn't the Eleanor that the house was intended for. Here's the thing though, Eleanor's home wasn't just ill-suited to her personal tastes. It was objectively uncomfortable. It might have looked well-designed, but as creator Michael Shore has explained, every piece of furniture in that place was selected because it's uncomfortable. The chairs without real back support, the subtly menacing artwork, the awkward heights of the bench and coffee table, it's all intentional and subtly off-putting.
Hello, creepy house that I hate. Hello, 1 million clowns. Why aren't there stairs here? Oh, what kind of weirdo house is this?
Number 3, Eleanor's worst qualities. In the 8th episode of season 3, we get a glimpse into the big and complex picture that is Eleanor's life story.
I know all your private shames, like that you don't wash your feet in the shower, your first concert was bare naked ladies, and you have frequent sex dreams about Sam the Eagle from the Muppets.
A digital slide shows us a tree of connecting life factors that have made Eleanor into the person she is today. For the record, this is just one page out of 162,342, but this single slide, taken on its own, already provides us with a wealth of hilarious insight. We have so many questions. The fact that Neil deGrasse Tyson has issues with her issue with Princess Jasmine? We are especially curious about the lifetime post office ban and the Ambien hamster incident. Number 2, props with meaning. If it's gonna appear on screen in The Good Place, you can bet it's been custom designed for the show and that the creative team had fun with it. From the aforementioned magazine covers and ads to the advertising, the show is jam-packed with visual gags. Among our favorites, however, are the products Eleanor grabs on her last trip to the grocery store. First, there's the slogan on her Lonely Gal Margarita mix, which reads, "You don't need them anyway." Subtler, however, is the tequila she grabs. It looks fairly legit and classy, and the name basurero rolls off the tongue. But it's actually Spanish for garbage dump, making this the trashiest tequila around. Nice touch. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
So listen up, y'all. I was so excited to join the group that I made sweatshirts.
Number 1, The Return of Sam Malone. Ted Danson has had a long and successful career, starring in such series as Becker, Bored to Death, and Fargo, among others. Be that as it may, the man will always be best remembered for his role as Sam Malone on the landmark NBC series Cheers. As the owner and bartender of the titular establishment, Sam became arguably one of the most iconic barmen in television history. As such, it was a very nice little nod to Danson's past when, in the season 2 finale, his character Michael threw a rag over his shoulder and started tending bar. We see what you did there, The Good Place, and we loved every second of it.
Drinks are on me. Good luck.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.